Risk of Rain 2 is about to be an obsolete game. Not actually, but could you imagine if that's the kind of videos we start seeing this week? I love roguelikes, and Risk of Rain 2 is no exception. With fast-paced gameplay, tons of items that each drastically change the look of your runs, a small enough pool of enemies that you'll be familiar with all of their quirks in the first 20 minutes of gameplay, all the while more variants of said enemies arrive the further this stupid timer ticks up and up and up, and at the end of all of it, you have teleporter events where boss mobs get spawned in, and you gotta deal with those assholes before they smite you from the very ground on which you stand. Needless to say, you want to be able to kill things quickly to progress in this game. Aside from saving your own ass, killing enemies gives you money, which allows you to buy items, which allows you to die less, bada bing, bada boom. But what if you didn't want to kill any enemies? Introducing the Pacifist Run. For the uninitiated, a Pacifist Run simply means the player cannot kill any enemies. For a game like Risk of Rain, you'd think that attempting to pull off a Pacifist Run is an impossible task. Teleporters won't let you through to the next stage unless you kill the boss, and at the end of the game, you have Big Hammer Bitch over here ready to make you into the Lemurians' favorite strawberry jam. That's where Dromioth and I come in. Emmy posed the question of a Pacifist Run to me, and being slightly more familiar with the game, I answered him honestly. I genuinely didn't know. So we charged him blindly because we are idiots. On our first attempt, Emmy picked Loader and I picked Huntress, both of us focusing on mobility because our plan was to run. I found a stationary turret that cost exactly the amount we had collected from coin barrels on the stage, which immediately died. 15 minutes into the stream, looking kinda not great. So Emmy and I allowed ourselves some leniency. For the first stage only, we were allowed to deal damage for our test runs, after which neither of us was allowed to deal any damage directly. All damage had to come from items or from drones or turrets. It's almost like there's a class that helps with that. I'm forgetting the name of it at the moment, we'll ignore it for now. We start up our second run, which goes poorly. So we start up our fourth run. Look, I'm not good at this game and I never claimed to be. We're literally playing on Rainstorm at the moment, cut us some slack. On our fourth run, our main goal was to make use of rolls of pennies, which give you a bit of gold anytime you get hit. We get past the first stage and... Punch me! Punch me! Look, I'm as embarrassed as you are. We do a bit of item hunting, and on the third stage we discover the key to this run, even if neither of us knew it yet. Gobo. Goobo Jr. spawns in a replica of your character with all their items, who hangs around for about 30 seconds before despawning and has the usual item utility cooldown of 90 seconds. If that's too overly complicated, it's basically
press Q to spawn another U.
By this run, Emmy had been testing out different characters and was doing a run with Engineer, who can place down 2 turrets.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
Earlier in this run, I had picked up some fuel cells to give me more uses of the Blade Saw Shuriken, when I realized something important for the Gobo cooldown. Actually, I've noticed something. Getting 3 fuel cells is actually really beneficial with Gobo, because then you can constantly have a Gobo up.
Bro, I just lost a Gobo.
Good job, me. When Emmy placed his Gobo, however, we quickly learned that Gobo Engineer also has the ability to place its 2 turrets. And I, by sheer luck of a misclick, realized you can have up to 3 Gobos active in the stage at all times. With those pieces of information, we had our game-winning build.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
The rest of the run was uneventful. I, like an idiot, made us do an artifact challenge, unintentionally changing my character to multi, and from there the run was pretty much dead. We stuck around for a few more stages, with me dying multiple times due to not having practiced with multi's moveset in a hot second when...
Alright, where does this lead? Celestial Portal. Oh. Hidden Realm, a moment fractured.
Never mind, I don't know where the fuck we are. That's what I fucking intended to do the first time.
Alright, so I'm just gonna have you read what this obelisk says.
Oh! So, we offered our souls to the obelisk, ending the run with new knowledge gained, ready to tackle the challenge in a proper run at a later date. But before we get to that, it is highly likely that you, my friend, are completely new to this channel. If that's the case, hi, I'm Murph, and if you've reached this point in the video, you've either resigned yourself to the sunk cost fallacy, or you are liking everything that you've seen so far. In either case, please do hit the like button and type some random bullshit into the comments down below. Your engagement with this video will force the algorithm fairies to show this sparkling pile of crap to another helpless viewer, thereby helping me out. Seriously, unlike Twitch, where all this footage was originally streamed, Viewer interaction on YouTube is completely free and actually helps out way more than you realize. And if you want to go above and beyond, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. I've got horrible ADHD, and social pressure from viewers will mean that you will get your videos sooner, and that's a Murphia promise. Trademark. Also, go follow me on Twitch. I stream fairly consistently over there, and it means you'll get to see the main content of these videos several weeks in advance. Okay, with the obligatory paragraph of self-promotion out of the way, back to the video. The day has finally arrived! You can tell because my camera is at a new angle that's slightly less confrontational. Emmy and I figured out the proper rules. Any strategy was valid so long as at the end screen, both of our kills and damage dealt statistics have to read 0. Every point of damage has to be dealt by minions. We both pick Engineer for those lovely turrets and run around the first stage trying to avoid dying while picking up any drones and items we can. Having not learned from the previous day, I pick up a roll of pennies and redeem myself by picking up a crowbar. By some pure luck, we also have 2 lunar pods on the stage, so Emmy picks up a Shadow Fade and I grab a Shaped Glass.
That will definitely not be relevant later on down the line.
We start the teleporter event and get a Beetle Queen, who... wow, she went down really fucking fast. We each only have around 4 items. I'm beginning to see how this run is going to play out. Going forward, we collectively agree to activate any Shrine of the Mountains that we see, and then we're on to stage 2. Emmy and I start to plan our different builds. Emmy starts focusing on AoE and dealing with the large swarms of enemies that spawn each stage, looking forward to getting a few legendary items for ceremonial daggers later on, which, if you haven't seen them before, yeah. Meanwhile, I focus on building up damage. A few greens later that I forget to turn into fuel cells, onto the teleporter where we get another Beetle Queen? Well, she's dead again, we love that. Grabbing our first fuel cell, no! Oh, okay, onto stage 3, I guess. We have a void seed on this level, which Emmy has to clear for me because we forgot to focus on item balance and I only have 300 health. I grab a safer spaces because, oh boy, do I need the invulnerability, and finally start building up fuel cells over 23 minutes into the run. We find the teleporter and Emmy gets ceremonial daggers, and from here on out, things get really simple. All we have to do is survive while our turrets and gobos deal with any problems we run into. Grove Tender goes down slower than we'd like, but goes down nonetheless. Surely that won't be a problem as we move on to the
Fucking abyssal depths!
Okay, so stage 4 actually isn't that bad. That's not why I'm upset. I'm upset because of this stupid unlockable character on this stage that I can never unlock because the only time the game willingly sends me here is when I don't grab the unstable fuel cell at the beginning of the game. This stage and I have beef. So, I channel my anger into my turrets and gobos and let them deal with everything on the stage. I also somehow get ridiculously lucky and get a red item from a big chest and grab ceremonial daggers for that lovely crowd control. Meanwhile, Emmy...
toilet paper's down here. What the fuck did I just say? Wait, hold... The teleporter. Did I just
Toilet
convert
paper is
TP?
down here.
Fucking
Talk about a
Christ.
fucking Freudian slip, goddamn.
Oh my god. Listen, I guess it's toilet paper because we're just gonna, wipe our ass with this boss,
And that we do. We had a Shrine of the Mountains, so we get 4 Imp Overlords who go down rather quickly. Okay. It's not going that poorly, actually. And with 2 new achievements under our belts, we move on to stage 5, where... Damn. Emmy? Emmy, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
So apparently we angered God? Genuinely, I know that this is probably a fairly common enemy for regular players to run into, but like I said, I'm not good at this game. There are genuinely things here that have shown up in these runs that I've never encountered in every run I've done before this point. Hey folks, Editor Murph here. These things are apparently called grandparents. Found that out after doing some research. We let our gobos deal with it, not watching God at all, which was a mistake, and continue to grab items and make our way to the teleporter where we deal with a she construct faster than ever. And before long, we've moved on to the final stage and take a quick bathroom break due to one of my viewers making me drink my entire water bottle at the beginning of the stream.
Twitch.tv/Murph1A.
We quickly deal with each of the 4 pillars, nearly dying once due to not realizing how the mechanics of some of the pillars work, and jump into the final boss fight. Hammer Bitch spawns in, we drop our turrets and gobos, and holy fuck does Mithras get destroyed. His first phase goes by in less than 2 minutes, phase 2 goes by even faster. Emmy and I barely interacted with any of the enemies that spawned in. Phase 3 progresses pretty much exactly like the first.
To myself. Oh, I'm kinda dead.
Oh no. Okay, no problem. Just have to finish out the rest of the Mithrix fight solo, which, with a few mistakes due to panicking, goes by without any more casualties. On to phase 4, where we lose all of our items, which I beat in 10 seconds? What the hell? So, turns out gobos and engineer turrets have all your items that you had at the moment you place them down. They also don't gain the items you pick up while they are placed down until you place them again. Another fun fact is that they cannot lose those items, meaning I just put Mithrix, whose only damage negation comes from 1 portable shield generator and 7 safer spaces, and who only had half health due to a certain shaped glass I picked up over an hour ago at this point, up against roughly 9 enemies with high damage output. Who knew that potentially problem-causing item would be the key to making this final stage so simple that Emmy and I were left cackling at our screens in a rush of dopamine? With Mithrix beaten, all that we have left to do is run back, and I'm just gonna let this clip play.
I need to know how I died, though, because I don't know what I got hit with.
Oh my god. That was nearly bad.
You fool. You fool.
Huh?
You
No!
fool.
Damn it!
You
Right at the
absolute fool.
So, yeah. In a moment of cockiness, the Lunar Chimera decided to give me a taste of the same faults I just fed Mithrix. I guess you can call that karma? In any case, I died 76.9 meters away from the ship, meaning that I fumbled this nearly perfect run right at the finish line, until Emmy let me know that he had accidentally dealt damage to something, so the run would have been invalid anyways. Oh well, good to know that we needed to start a new run regardless. So, we got to it. The run begins in the Siphoned Forest. Turrets go down and I pick up a Mocha to help speed up the early game, whereas Emmy... Turrets can shoot faster.
I got a red item right off the bat.
Oh, fuck you. So, never mind, that solves all our problems for the near future. What the fuck was that luck? 0.99%, just under 1 in 100 chance. That's actually better odds than I was expecting. The more you know. We get our first fuel cell and a few other starting items for a high damage build, with Emmy also finding an equipment chest and getting a gobo, and after activating the Shrine of the Mountain, we head over to fight our first boss, 2 Stone Titans. God, I love this build so much. Grabbing an infusion vial to offset picking up a shaped glass later, we head out. Second stage, the Abandoned Aqueduct. First chest we spot is an equipment chest. Love completing the build by stage 2, and the rest of this level progresses without much weirdness except for the 8 equipment barrels on the stage. Honestly, the game was doing some weird things here, we aren't going to question it, we couldn't find any equipment drones, so these are only worth mentioning due to their insane quantity. Only other things to talk about here was getting 3 more fuel cells and bringing our total number of crowbars to 7 for the damage. No Shrine of the Mountain, so the 1 Beetle Queen that spawns goes down with no problems thanks to our gobos and all our turrets. On to stage 3, the Sulfur Pools. Emmy finds me a red item, so we both have ceremonial daggers now, making this game effectively easy mode all day, every day. Literally, it was like, we're so dude, we're so fucking sorry for this last, for the death that you didn't deserve. We're going to pay recompense this entire fucking run.
Fuck, man. What the fuck is this cursed ass run?
Dude, like, does this even count as a win?
I don't know,
Emmy,
man.
Emmy,
this is fucking ridiculous.
Emmy. So that happened. Most normal playthroughs, you only find 1 legendary item, but because we can open every chest on each stage, our chances to pick these up have skyrocketed. At this point, I start specking out high status effects due to not finding any looter items or any void items, which will take this build from busted to god tier. We make our way to the teleporter and fight a she construct, which is slightly slower than the previous 2 bosses due to the fact it can give itself a shield. Stage 4, back to the abyssal depths, taunting me yet again. Also spawning in, we just immediately have magma worms hanging around, so that's fun. It's not even like it's particularly scary at this point, everything dies so quickly to us. You know the drill by now, kill a bunch of things, get a bunch of items, go say hi quickly to Rex as we continue to not unlock him for yet another run. Activating the teleporter event, we get 3 magma worms, which...
We love worms.
Ooh, okay. That's actually a little bit scary.
Okay, right, there's 2 of them.
Oh, never mind. Oh my god, the health bar. Oh my god, the health bar.
Okay, yeah, no. we win. Yeah.
I honestly don't know if you were expecting anything differently. We get a yellow drop, and Emmy picks up a molten perforator. Stage 5, and we have God on the stage again. It's always a great idea to go and fight God.
You've been, like, killing it, then...
Yeah, if you've been doing ridiculously well, then shit like this spawns in. Ooh. Let's just casually pop up a shield. Oh, what the fuck? No, never mind. Don't pop shield.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, not my proudest moment. I did in fact completely forget that status effects stack and are ridiculously powerful in this game. Let's just do this quickly. Titanic Plains, Mocha, Crowbar, Safer Spaces, Fuel Cell, Lens Maker's Glasses, Gobo, Beetle Queen, Dead, Ukulele, Wetland Aspect, more of the other stuff, a portable shield generator, Tri-Tip Dagger, Wandering Vagrant, Dead, more Fuel Cells. Rally Point Delta, 100% crit chance, higher damage, Emmy gets a ridiculous red again, more Fuel Cells, more bleed proc chance, Clay Dune Striders, Dead, Siren's Core, more of the other stuff, Hopper Feather, Bustling Fungus, Shave Glass, Shrine of the Mountain, Equipment Drone, Ceremonial Daggers, Ally Warship Unit, Dead, Rejuvenation Rack, somewhere Emmy got another red, so now he has 3, 4 Soulless Control Units, Dead, Will-O-Wisp. Okay, and we're back. Oi, motherfucker, I got a bone to pick with you, you piece of shit. Making less of the same mistakes this time, Emmy and I send the grandparent back from whence it came, resulting in this fantastic quote. Hey Emmy, is God dead?
God might be dead.
Because I don't see a god.
Damn.
Aside from our revenge, there's not much more to talk about on this stage. I activate a Shrine of the Mountain, pick up another red item, get a few more crowbars, get a couple more safer spaces to shorten the cooldown timer, I activate yet another Shrine of the Mountain, max out bleed proc chance for that lovely damage over time, and we activate the teleporter event, getting 2 Mending She constructs, which prove slightly more challenging only due to their periodic shield giving them a chance to heal from our barrage of damage, but they eventually go down. We each grab our 3 green items and make our way back to commencement, Moon of Petrichor 5. First 2 pillars go down with no issue, but the last 2 are the stupid vampire ones that nearly killed me the last time we were here, and I'm not healing nearly fast enough to deal with that. Emmy, on the other hand, well, that speaks for itself. Onto Mithrix. Stage 1 goes by with no problems. Stage 2, the Lunar Chimera, goes down faster than the previous ones. Stage 3, Mithrix is a little more aggressive, but that's no issue for us. We've done it before and we'll do it again. Okay. Ooh, focusing. That's actually not great. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. So, yeah, turns out those stupid little balls are rather annoying with this build. I got hit with 1 bullet, bringing down my safer spaces, and before the cooldown timer could bring it back up, Mithrix hits me in the back of the head with his hammer, taking me down in 1 hit. Like we saw 2 runs prior with Emmy, safer spaces is kind of the king of this run. Lose that, and you are at the whims of Mithrix and his ridiculous ability to close the distance between you two in less than a second. But my death resulted in Emmy's eventual victory. Emmy manages to get all 3 gobos and both his turrets off before Mithrix starts taking his items in stage 4, and in no time at all, the gobos take him out. Learning from my prior mistakes, Emmy makes his way to the ship, avoiding all creatures by jumping around the ship as the charging progress slowly ticks up. And just like that. Yes, I'm stealing this from AlphaRad, stop writing your comment now, it's my content and I'll reference whoever I want. And just like that, it's over. Emmy and I had beaten Risk of Rain 2 without dealing any damage, hereby completing the Pacifist Run. This was genuinely a really fun experiment to do, for both of us being relatively new to the game in the grand scheme of people making content about it. This challenge got us learning some really unique strategies that I didn't see people using while I was doing some research after the fact. This is because the speedrunning community has a different standard set for pacifist runs. That kills, minion kills, damage dealt, and minion damage dealt must all say 0, whereas Emmy and I decided on having kills and damage dealt equal to 0 and letting the minions do the rest of the damage for us. If you wanted to be specific, I guess you could call this a 5-star general run. Get everyone else to do your fighting for you.
Please don't yell at me, that was a joke.
Most videos of the aforementioned method, however, will call this a true pacifist run, mainly relying on the artifact of chaos, which enables friendly fire for survivors and monsters, meaning you can get the enemies to attack themselves. I've left a link below to Meaty Jesus' video on the subject. It was really interesting to find after doing this run, and to see how to take this question we had to another level of extreme that neither of us had the time for, if we're being honest. But yeah, that's all I have for you. It is indeed possible to beat Risk of Rain 2 without dealing any damage. I know I took time in the middle of the video to shill already, but if you're here again at the end, please do leave a like and a comment. It'll really help me start building this channel, and if you subscribe, you'll be helping even more so. You can also follow me on Twitch. I'm more consistent with my content over there, as this style of video takes a lot of time to finish. The streams are also generally more chill than these videos make it seem. Also, Emmy is putting out his own video about this run on his channel, so make sure to click that end screened link to check it out. With that, I'll see you all later. Don't forget to treat someone with kindness today. Now, get out of here.